Hey everyone, today is Tuesday, April 6th. I looked at my watch and it wasn't on. And the time is 2:33 p.m. And the temperature right now is 12 degrees Celsius. And this is Yonge Street. I just turned north onto, and that was the northern terminus of Church Street, although it runs east to west just for that very last bit of church. And for this one, I'm going to ride up to Aylmer and take that to Rosedale Valley Road. A bit of a tight squeeze here. And I'll head through the valley to, I think, Bayview, and from there maybe I'll go south and work my way down to the waterfront. I don't have the exact route mapped out just yet. So this here is Aylmer. And as soon as there's a break in traffic, I'll turn right. And that is Rosedale subway station just on the left. And these are the tracks I'm about to head over. And often on weekday afternoons, there's a fair bit of traffic along this stretch. And just up here on the right is a neat old apartment building that used to be occupied by the Group of Seven. And I think they're still artist studio spaces right now. Just up ahead here, there should be a separate trail I can jump onto. So this is Park Road. I think it's right here. And now I'm on Rosedale Valley Road, or at least the trail that runs alongside next to it. So on the left is the rather affluent Rosedale neighborhood. This stretch is particularly nice looking in the fall when all the leaves are changing colors. And I think that was Mount Pleasant I just went under. And this, I think, is Sherburne Street, or at least Upper Sherburne. Thank you. And there's the pedestrian bridge. I've recorded from up there before. That'll connect Lure Street East to Rosedale. Thank you. Unfortunately, there's no separate sidewalk, so everyone has to share this one rather narrow trail. And this is Bloor Street itself. I'm about to head under it, and this sort of suspended raised tunnel, or whatever you want to call it, houses the Line 2 subway tracks. She didn't even try to move, and they're walking two abreast. There's an old cemetery on the right that sits at the northern edge of Cabbagetown and just across from St. Jamestown. So Rosedale Valley here will pretty much spit me out in the Don Valley. There's a number of different connected ravines throughout this area. And here is Bayview, which is a major north to south node that runs pretty much parallel to the Don Valley Parkway. Stay nice and wide of that thing. And there should be a dedicated bike lane just here on the right. Cyclists left, pedestrians right. Now, how I get to Queens Quay and the Waterfront Trail, I haven't really thought of. I'm riding into a pretty strong wind right now. So running parallel to this, just on the left, are some rail tracks and the Don River. And this pedestrian bridge here connects Riverdale Park East on the left to Riverdale Park West, which is on the right. And if I stay in this bike lane, it'll take me up to River Street. And this baseball field on the right, I have kind of a funny story. I once fouled off a ball playing softball that found its way onto Bayview Avenue here. So I could continue south, although they don't really give you the markings to do that, so I guess I could have been a little more vigilant and hopped into the lane, but River Street it is. Although really, I'd rather take Bayview. Maybe I can pull a Yui up here. There's an idea. Traffic seems pretty light. So that is Girard Street on the right there. Looked over my shoulder, there's no one behind me. There's a trail that runs alongside the Don River. I recorded a couple of bike rides along that. I think the most recent one was on Canada Day last year. Maybe I'll start filming one up at Edwards Gardens and I'll take that south all the way down to the lake at some point. So this should be Dundas Street. I just went under. And there's the Queen Street Viaduct up ahead. Ooh, that truck kicked up a lot of dust. I am not wearing glasses right now. It's usually a good idea to wear some kind of eye protection when you ride. I've had more than a few bugs end up in my eyes, and of course you avoid situations like that. And here a bike lane resumes. And this overpass here is Eastern Avenue. And on the right is the Canary District. There's an old viaduct on the left. I don't know how well you can see it, that the city decided to abandon rather than remove. And just to the right is Underpass Park. So here is Front Street, the eastern terminus of Front Street East. Yeah, let's take it. I normally, when I come this way, go south one more street. But we get kind of a nice skyline view. So I've mentioned it before numerous times, but this area started off as an athlete's village for the Pan American Games. And it later turned into a mix of mostly market rate condos and some public housing units. George Brown College also has some facilities and I think student residences here. All right, I guess I'll go straight and turn left at Parliament. Or, since I have to wait for the light cycle, I'll go left here and then turn right at Mill Street. I could also just take Cherry here south to Queens Quay, but I have to backtrack a little bit. That 504 is coming from the Distillery Loop. Oh, look at this car all wrapped on the left. I wonder if that's a test vehicle of sorts. Sometimes car manufacturers have the newer models out on the streets and wrap so people can't leak what the upcoming design is. And just on the right is the Distillery District. And now the distillery is on the left. And straight ahead across Parliament Street will be Parliament Square Park, near the site of the first Parliament buildings in Upper Canada. Trinity Street, so that's sort of the grand entrance to the Distillery District on the left. That is private property and you're probably not allowed to ride your bike through there. So here's Parliament. I'll take this south to Queens Quay. I recently did a video where I walked through this neighborhood as a members exclusive video for Patreon and YouTube channel members, or channel members of the Johnny Strides channel. Those videos are exclusive for members for 30 days, so in about 3 weeks that should unlock and be made viewable to anyone on the Johnny Stumbles channel. That's where I like to stick those videos. And this is Lakeshore Boulevard East and the Gardiner Expressway above. And now I want to get to the trail on the other side of the street. There's no vehicles coming behind me. Let's see if there's anyone coming around the corner here. Oh, there's one car. And this is the Martin Goodman Trail. So I'm currently riding west along the south side, and just south of here is Lake Ontario on the other side of these new condos. So maybe I'll just take this over to Spadina or Bathurst, and then I'll loop up to a subway station and head home. I'm still not quite in riding shape to just bomb it all the way back up home. as it is uphill most of the way. And I did a walk along this eastern part of the waterfront not too long ago, and I talked about some of these buildings and developments. So I will spare you from that on this ride. I know some people have told me they play my cycling videos on mute and they put some music on. So that's one way to do it. And a few people have told me they use it while they're on the exercise bike. And that's Sugar Beach on the left, and that is the Redpath Sugar Refinery. And they're unloading some sugar from that big tanker, or freighter. I don't think it's a tanker. That guy's riding with a bag of chips dangling from his mouth. And I think it's supposed to rain on and off for the rest of the week. And this is the last semi-nice day we have, so seemed like a good candidate to hop on the bike. Also, I did a pretty fair amount of walking yesterday. I've actually been yelled at before by a cyclist for stopping at this red light. Unfortunately, I wasn't recording at the time, but he was like, "Come on, what are you doing?" It's like, well, it is a red light, and pedestrians do need to cross the other way, so the least I could do is stop. That's Harbor Square Park on the left as I roll through the foot of Bay Street. Oh, and we've got a roller skater, not an inline skater. So here is York Street. All these people going right through the red light there. Since I haven't yet got a view of the lake, maybe at one of the wave decks, I'll hop off the bike for a second and we can take a look. This thing needs to be removed. What the heck? Oh, yellow light. she was texting and cycling. So that is Lower Simcoe. And on the left, there's the Simcoe wave deck. Maybe I'll pop over at the next one, the Spadina wave deck. Although there's kind of a pretty tall ship just on the other side of the docks in the lake. I remember when Batista hit that home run. Oh, this is the Reese wave deck. It looks kind of quiet. Maybe make sure there's no one behind me. Take a quick peek out at the lake. There's a promenade that runs along H2O Park. I'm not really a fan of riding my bike along those paths. That's where those guys are going. I guess it wouldn't hurt to go that way. Could do a little loop. I just finished saying I wasn't a fan of riding my bike down here. And the reason for that is it's always kind of a free-for-all for pedestrians. But the foot traffic seems pretty light. I'll just go really slow. There's a look at all the grounded order airplanes. I understand those will be firing up soon. Let's make sure there's nobody coming across the path here. And this is Lower Spadina. So I guess this means I'm gonna head over to Bathurst. Apparently the City of Toronto's top doctor has recommended another stay-at-home order. I don't see how that will work with shopping malls open. And at the same time, they're encouraging people to get out and get some exercise and some fresh air. Which is kind of what I've been doing this whole time. Dan Leckie Way. So here is the southern foot of Bathurst Street. And to the left, it's a street whose name I struggle to pronounce. Irian Quay. And that'll take you down to the Island Airport. I'm just gonna head north up Bathurst here. Maybe I'll turn right on Fort York Boulevard. Oh, it looks like there's construction going on. Is that streetcar carefully inches past the construction crews and what I'm assuming is a paid duty cop. That's the new Loblaws on the northeast corner there. In the home of an Old Weston bakery. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. And that's a very welcome addition to this neighborhood, apparently. So here's Fort York Boulevard. Let's just turn right here. It said Tiny Pretty Things TV show this way. So this would be the City Place neighborhood. And I'm coming back to Spadina just up ahead. And on the other side, this will turn into Bremner Boulevard. And there's a green light. Maybe I'll just go straight through here rather than turn left. There's the Toronto Sky Dome just on the left. And it seems less and less unlikely that the Blue Jays will even step foot in this building this year, let alone play in front of a live audience. And that straight ahead is the South Core skyline. This guy pulling a U-turn here. That's nice. That motorcycle wanted to turn. That guy U-turned without indicating. And here's the foot of the CN Tower, Ripley's Aquarium on the left, and the Rec Room, Roundhouse, and Steam Whistle Brewery on the right. And there's the Scotiabank Arena straight ahead. And since I'm going to be taking my bike home with me on the subway, it'll be kind of awkward if I go into the Union Station entrance just up ahead. So I think I'll turn left here at York and then hang right at Front Street. And we are definitely not going to see any hockey or basketball games with fans at the arena this year, or at least this season, maybe at the start of next season later this year. That's cool. You can kind of see the CN Tower reflecting in the CIBC Square towers just up ahead. at Front Street West, and that's Union Station on the right and the Fort York Hotel on the left. And I am going to wrap this one up. So I hope you enjoyed this ride down Rosedale Valley Road to the waterfront and then up to Union Station. There's the look at the single speed and the CN Tower. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below. If you wish to support the channel, there are links to my Instagram in the description, along with my Patreon accounts, and you can check out channel memberships on the Johnny Strides YouTube page itself. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you on the next one.